Hey guys, today I'm going to recommend 5 Donghuas that every newbie in this world of Donghuas should watch. So if you are now getting to know the Donghuas, I will indicate 5 Donghuas that I consider to be very good. This list will be varied. So I'm going to talk about Donghuas that are made in 2D and in CGI. Let's go. First on the list is Fog Hill of the 5 Elements. I consider this Donghua to be one of the best in terms of fluid animation. If you want to watch a Chinese animation made in 2D and that has a very good animation, which can even be compared with the best animations made by the Japanese, it's this one. Unfortunately, it only has 3 episodes, but the good news is that Season 2 has already been confirmed. The story of this Donghua is about a legend that a long time ago, monsters could give the ability to master the 5 elements to certain elected officials, and these people are called the 5 aspects, and each aspect represents an element of nature, and the aspects are metal, wood, water, earth, and the aspect of fire that is our protagonist. The second Donghua on this list is Ling, Incarnation. This one is from Sci-Fi and has 15 episodes, and I say without any fear, in my opinion until this moment, this is the best sci-fi animation I've ever seen, even better than several animes I've seen. So if you're looking for a good Chinese anime, you'll definitely like this one. The story of this Donghua takes place in a post-apocalyptic world, where the human race was almost destroyed from the face of the earth, and the humans left to survive took shelter in a floating tower called a lighthouse, and in this tower they live under 3 great laws, where they must obey at all costs, otherwise they may receive a death sentence. And meanwhile, on the surface of planet Earth monsters live, and from time to time a special lighthouse team descends to Earth to look for supplies. And one more thing, the protagonist of this work is not a teenager but an adult man, and has a little romance, but get ready because in the end you will cry, in fact you will be distressed in every episode. But believe me, it's worth it, because it's too good. The third Donghua on this list is the Island of Siliang. It also has 15 episodes, and I consider this Donghua to have the best CGI of all the Donghuas. If you want to see a Chinese anime that has a very good CGI, so much so that it borders on reality, this is for sure the Donghua you were looking for. But attention, it doesn't have a lot of action, it's very still, it's more focused on developing the story of the protagonist and the immortals who live on the island than showing hundreds of fights, but even having few fights, when it arrives, the fights are very well done. The story of this Donghua is about an island called Siliang, where deities and immortals are sent there when they don't behave, and this island serves as a prison for the immortals. If any immortal touches the water of the sea where this island is, he dies. So the only way for them to get off this island is only through a test that takes place every 500 years. But there was an immortal who can't stand to wait and tries to force his way out, and because of that several other immortals end up dying as a result. And that's where the story unfolds. The fourth Donghua on this list is Uncharted Walker, or Miyu Xingzig in Chinese. This Donghua has 12 episodes and is very similar to the anime Tum. The story of this one is about a group of people who suddenly wake up on a mysterious island, and in this group there are several types of people. There is a gangster, businessman, student, and a blonde policewoman with a very sensual body. And as time goes by, several mysteries about the island and the protagonist appear. The only negative point is that the story ends completely open. This Donghua came out in 2018 and until today there has been no news about a sequel. And finally, the last Donghua on this list that you have to watch, even if you've known the Donghuas for a long time, but haven't seen it yet, is Perfect World. This Donghua has 78 episodes in total and it is currently still in release. At the time of this video it is past episode 55. The protagonist of this story is Hao, and when he was a child, his parents take a trip and he ends up staying with his aunt, but his aunt, who is a terrible person, ends up stealing something from him, just to give it to her own son. But later, when he grows up, he leaves his family to become much stronger and sets out to find his parents, and reveal to the world his great talent for cultivation. This Donghua is very good, mainly because it's full of fights. If you want to watch a Donghua that only has fights, this is definitely a great choice, so much so that I just recently watched episodes 52 and 53 where there was a fight that I consider to be one of the best, if not the best fight of this year. These are the Donghuas that everyone and not just beginners should watch. If you liked the video, subscribe to the channel to receive more recommendations from Donghuas. This was today's video and we'll see you in the next episode.